Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show, the show that is brought to you to help you to understand that you are unlimited, for you to step into your greatness. And I make sure that I bring you people who can, bring ideas, bring, processes and help you, with strategies so that you'll be able to step into your greatness. Today, we're going to Pakistan. It's the first time, but as you know, the show is global. And we are going to talk to my good sister and friend, Rabia Nasir Mahmood. She is the founder and CEO of the Leading Woman of the World, and she's also the CEO of Shalimar Digital Services. She's based in Pakistan, like I said, and she's also going to be the author of a upcoming book called The Leading Woman of the World, Champion of Inclusive World. And what I love with Rabia is she's a networker guru. She connect with people, connect with women all over the world, and she's really an international figure. So she also, support of organization. She speaks nationally and internationally. And I'm not going to tell you more because I will give her the opportunity to introduce herself to you, and I hope that you'll be able to tune in and join the conversation. Today, we're going to talk about the leading woman of the world, which is Rabia organization, but also about STEM, and how STEM can empower women, because she's a woman in STEM. I am also a woman in STEM. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. So let us know where you're watching from. Like I said, come in. For those who will be able to be live, that's please, participate. But for those who are going to watch the recording, you can always, put your comment and we will address them after the show. So without further ado, let's start and start and discover Rabia and all the project that she's working from. So have your notebook, have your pen, and let's go and start learning. Another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show, the show that is brought to you by the Birai Telekima Global Leadership Organization.
Real is important is if you just look at the word compassion, when it's behavior, it's something that can be learned, and it is something that we can embody through habits and through our daily actions.
To get this idea that if we interject this wisdom intentionally, I call them needle movers. It's the needle mover that's missing.
Don't deprive the world of your greatness. Please. Don't do that anymore. Dare to excel, dare to be sexy, dare to be you, dare to be the best version of yourself. Impact yourself positively, and from there impact others. And you are not alone.
Okay, so we are back. We are here with Rabia. I'm sorry, the internet looks to be very slow. So welcome, Rabia, to the Greatness Engineering Hour show. It's always a pleasure to have a great conversation with you. And so I welcome you, but I introduce you briefly before the music. But I really want you to introduce yourself to the audience. Let us know who you are and what you do, and anything that you feel like the audience should know about you.
Okay, thank you so much. Firstly, I just say that I feel really honored that to be your guest and to be on your show. You are doing such an amazing work, bringing lot of people together and share their wisdoms. So your audience can learn from them. I really appreciate your effort, and I was as sharing with you that I learn that how to present ourselves a little in a little thing more beautifully. I really like and I appreciate in front of your audience that when they observe that somebody is doing something different, they can learn and they can they can adopt that beautiful thing in themselves as well. So I really appreciate that. My name is Rabia Nasir Mahmood, and I am so happy to be your Pakistani guest and be the one from from my country and represent my country. My country is from South Asia, and I am the founder and the CEO of the Leading Women of the World, which is on a platform of the ladies who have 70 plus nations representation. We have the network of group network on the Facebook group. We are planning to construct its website and present it more um, approachable to the ladies who want to join in the future. And we have some membership programs for them and other programs I will talk later. So I am also the CEO of Shalimar Digital Services, which is an IT company, and that company is 1.5 year old. And but we with that company we targeted the whole Pakistan last year, and we conducted 13 road shows, virtual road shows, throughout the year, and we bring 1900 plus IT people, media people, and universities to come together and talk about the digitalization and bridging the gap that we can the newly born companies, but we can sustain and grow our businesses with by the support of one another. So my company is not only an IT company; it's also a network company who has a network of IT people all around the world. So my future goal for that company is presenting the membership from that platform as well, because I have a great amount of knowledgeable people which is working in my country in the IT circle. So the great programs will come out from that platform as well. You can see all the details on my website, which is www.shalimardigital.com. We are based in Rawalpindi and Islamabad, but we are planning to expand in having the our offices other cities as well. So I am also the upcoming author of The Leading Woman of the World, Champion of Inclusive World. I am just writing this book because I believe that my network, The Leading Woman, is a network that I build it with the intention that we can collaborate, we can work together in the future from that platform. Like maybe in Pakistan, maybe in Africa, maybe in Australia, maybe. So but we have one community that know all the ladies know one another fully, and then they can start after building the trust and the bond and having the conversation with one another, being culturally aware for one another, and then go to the then start their projects together. This is like and that's why. And also I get the idea to write my book with the same name, to strengthen my community, to strengthen the ladies, the voice over there. And being the networking woman over there. And I am so happy that I represent myself nationally, on national forums and international forums, and talk about a lot of issues regarding women and climate change and other topics as well. So recently, like in this year, I was the jury board in the Mirrors Group Bangladesh for Bangladesh Women Inspirational Awards 2022, and I recommended Pakistani ladies over there. And some of the and we are preparing a collaboration with in future. We are working on that. I am also the honorary advisory board for women empowerment, and the director of women empowerment in JPLT, Global Peace Let's Talk, which is a UK based organization and working for peace. You can also visit their website to see more details. Global Peace Let's Talk. And then I am also the board of director of women empowerment and digital skills for International Forum for Creativity and Humanity, Morocco. So this is a little bit about me. And
Mm-hmm.
my own goal for myself was, like, I want to become number one among the most influential women in the world by 2020. I just write it on the Facebook, and I just just talk about it more and more. And I believe that whatever goal that you set for yourself, this is made for you, and god just put this desire you in your heart, because he wants that you should be there. It's now, if you decided, if you believe in that dream, then you should just take step by step, step by step, depending. If you want to depend on your intellect, that okay, what kind of plans I should make to reach my destination, or that I should achieve that goal, or whether you should depend on the whole intellect of the universe. And I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
believe rather on my intelligence, I am believing on god intelligence. Like, he is the creator of the world, and he knows how make things happen for people. So I believe that I will be there, and these are my little steps that I am taking towards my bigger goal.
Mhm. Fantastic, and we can see that it's clear. You know where you're going. You know your mission, and that's really important. And I like the fact that you're mentioning that God. You rely on God intelligence, and that's really powerful. But I really want to bring you a little bit back. So how did you start? How did this idea of building this international network came up? Is it something that came up because you had a need, or is it something that just came up uh based looking at at something or somebody doing the same thing, or maybe there's a need as well somewhere? So can you bring us back on how you started the whole thing? I'm talking about the leading woman of the world.
Sure. So, like, this idea came to my mind in that way. I shared with you a YouTube video that
Hmm.
how my journey on the social media, on the Facebook especially, started when I started conversation with the people and interview them from all around the world. I have done 1,000 plus interviews, like back then, from 2017 to 2020. And then, my dream just was a very little, that was having the leadership training company in my city, Multan, which is
Hmm.
called the City of Saints. And I was doing fine. I was good. I was like feeling good that okay, I am proceeding. And then, but my heart was not, I feel that no, there is something bigger for me. And that
Hmm.
thirst, I was looking, and I was like, do little bit research as well, like what's happening, and how the things are going. Like, when I come up with the idea of the leading woman, my idea was to build a unicorn company, and a company who can achieve $1 billion, $1 billion of net worth by itself, there is a journey of the unicorns company. Then when it comes to my mind, then I made the leading woman of the world. Like, I can share my dream that, okay, this is my vision for myself, the leading woman of the world. Like, I want to be there. And every girl, every woman should think bigger, higher for herself, make bigger dreams. And then with that intention, when we have a bigger dreams for ourselves, we make, we can choose better for ourselves. And then, I share this dream with my all of the ladies, and they just appreciate that. They just join me, and we started the panel discussions on collaborative dreaming, your startup become unicorn. And we started discussions on it, everybody like it. But initially, when I look back, that okay, I did 1000 interviews, which is just like I am talking to the men, and I just do it with unintentionally, not, I just talk to the men. And then I thought that okay, there are a lot of my women friends that I should bring a highlight to their work. So the first step, the first idea that was like, I should highlight the work of my friends and community, and just bring them all together. When I did that, I feel so good. I feel so, be comfortable with all the community of the women that I made initially with the Pakistani women. And then I introduced some of the international people there, and then I started panel discussions there, which I share that okay, this is my dream. This is, I feel that every girl, because when you research, there are a lot of unicorns that is made by men, but there are so less unicorns in made by women. And you will see that on the higher positions, there are more men there in the parliaments, in the leading positions, but there are less women. So we have to think about it, why women are behind. They are more I think that they are more intelligent, or equally intelligent than
Yeah.
they can do great wonder job, but they have to understand and think differently the roles that society presented to her previously. So when we think higher for ourselves, with the higher self-esteem and the confidence, and believing on our own self and our own intellect, our smart decisions, and our own confidence, we can create a better future for ourselves. So that's why I thought, when I share my dreams and what I think, how I see the woman role in the society, then slowly and gradually everybody appreciate that, and they come together. And even now, if I talk to the lady, in my group, now the things are more easy. Like, I just invite them to, okay, this is my community, visit that, and then join me. Now it's easy. But in the start, I just have a conversations with them, that this is my dream, this is what I want to do. This is like, come and join me, that how I'm doing. If you feel interesting, then you can be the part, and then I don't feel any resistance. I feel that when I took the step, I got the result. Then I took the step, I got the result. The same way, like, in this year, I just decided that I build the network, I build the community of the different people, and then I should, I should transform it in a more proper way. Like, I build it, I can get the government support, that okay, this is my network. Your network can, are your net worth. You can, if you introduce something productive in that network, and you can join hands with people or women out there, you can bring great results. This is my belief. And for that, I introduces some of the programs over there, and some of the two awards that we are working, that we are planning to do it physically. And yes, and my target for this year, like, I want to build a 10 million revenue by this company, by the leading woman of the world. And I want to build an ecosystem internationally, and I believe that today is a digital world, and we can do it, we can achieve it.
Fantastic. And it's a big dream, but just like you said, just uh, dreaming big, but also believing in the intelligence of God and bringing creating a network, because we're not able to do anything alone. It's really powerful, and it's actually the way to go and the strategy to go for to make sure that our dreams are realized. So we're gonna have a break, and then we'll come back and continue the
Okay.
conversation with Rabia. I hope for those just joining us right now, my guest today, we're talking with Rabia. She's based in Pakistan, and she's just telling us how she navigated the STEM industry, but also big dreams, building different networks, and especially the leading women of the world, but also own company and we're going to get the opportunity to talk about it. But first, let's have a small break and come back with Rabia. So we are back. We are back with Rabia. The internet is not helping us today, unfortunately, but you've been able to have, a snapshot of, what Rabia is doing. You've seen that she's also interviewing a lot of, people around the world. And as she mentioned before, she's been interviewing people, the first men, and decided to also bring in women. So one question that I have for you, Rabia, is, obviously you've been working in a male-dominated environment, the STEM sector. So what are the challenges that you had to go through? Because it's also woman International Month, and we're talking about breaking the bias. So what are the key bias that you had to go through, and how did you manage that?
Okay. So I will say that I was lucky enough and blessed enough that when I took the decision, even the use to come on the social media and talk there. So I didn't face any resistance, and maybe it's because of my family, and and the support of my parents. And I always used to share everything with my father. He is my best friend, and he's very close to my heart. I always idolize him, like how he transformed his life and his family life and provide us a very great life. I am one sister and I have four brothers, all are established. And I am lucky enough that I got the education in my family first. I was the first girl that get the education, access to the education, then having having the right to speak up, and to share what this is what I want, this is where I go, and then having the freedom to choose. These are all the things that with that when with that belief system and with that support system, when I come to, I exactly know that I will use this platform. I will just give the example of social media, because this give me the access to the all the international people and all the people in my country as well, while sitting at the home. So I just want to, like, with that belief system, with the support system, when I come up, my mind was clear. I will use it. Sorry for the voice. I will use it with the positive. My belief system was, there are people 99% who will support you, who will stand by you, who will help you. There was 1% people who will not support you, maybe criticize you, or maybe don't like you. So our responsibility is not, it's easy to work with those people who are always appreciate you, but our duty is to work with those people who is like criticize us, who are not easy, who don't like our work. Because if we are not doing this, then what we are doing? So what I did in the start, when anybody criticize me, or show the hater towards me and don't like me, and they said that, okay, you are wasting your time or everything that, but I try to have a conversations with them, while with the positive, sharing my thinking that this is what I am intended to. And so like, even I feel a little bit 1% resistance, I deal it very politely. I deal it very feeling that this is my responsibility to talk to them, intelligently, and as well as um, with making sense, which can understand, give them the thought that they can think differently, rather thinking the way they are thinking before. So when they have the conversation with me, or when they have the chance to interact with me, they can see a different perspective, and that is my perspective. And then when I start the conversations with them, and then start giving the replies to them in a more positive way. And because my father was there, and I was sharing everything with him, and discussing it, if everything anything disturbs me, so he was there, to help me out. And so I didn't feel any challenge in the starting. And in my working days, and till now, yeah, everything is, I think, I'm so blessed that I feel that things are easy to me. And it is not because of me, it's just blessing of God. And because I love life, and I see that this is a beautiful life that we are living in. And even if somebody is realize in that earth, that there is some bigger things in that can happen for them, I think that um, this is the best, having a life, taking the breath, and having the support system, having your relatives and family. These are all the blessings that can overcome these little difficulties and challenges that we face in our, in the journey. So I think the blessing is more, the challenges is less. So I don't face it like as a challenge. I just, okay, let me move. So I didn't face them.
Yeah, and I like what you said, because the mindset is very important, because whatever happened to you, it's really about how you react. How what kind of mindset you bring into it, because at the end of the day, any challenge becomes a blessing in disguise, and when you see the challenge that way, it is powerful. And like you said, you don't see challenges, you see the opportunity that comes behind the challenges. And because of those challenges, and if I understand correctly what you said, it has allowed you to go to the next step, and really with
Hmm.
positivity, growing as a leader, and growing as a person. So, I mean, what are the key thing that, because you said you trying to build, a unicorn company. So, what are the key things that you think are going to be necessary? Because, as you pointed out, there's not a lot of women who are actually in building those unicorn companies. So, what do you think is the problem? Because we are as intelligent as the men, and some of us, have the same trainings, go to the same program. So, what is the problem, and how do you think? What are the key things you think are going to be necessary for you, for this dream to become a reality?
Okay. So, like, my own dream is like to become number one among the most
Mm-hmm,
influential women in the world by 2023, although it's like a year ago. And as I told you, I am not depending on my intelligence, because my intelligence is limited, but the I am depending on the God intelligence, and let me see that how it works. But for me to take the constructive steps, I think that
mm-hmm,
that was important for me, that bringing all the people together who can help me to and show me the way that how can I can reach to my dreams. As you point out earlier, that if you have the people who are have the same who are just same like-minded people
mm-hmm,
like you, then it will be easy for you to reach your dream. So for my, like, I can give you the example. Suppose when I decided that I should be on the Forbes list.
mm-hmm,
So what should I do? I should search out who are on the Forbes list, and who are that ladies, and what they bring to the society and to the world, and how they are creating the impact. By creating the employment opportunities, economic opportunities, political, set. So I will to in this year there is a lot to come that can help me and my network to reach and to meet the most important milestones that can help me to reach my dream. So I told you that some of my initiatives, that is like on Powerful Women Ladies, Powerful Women Award, and the other is Global Powerful Women Award. The other is 10 million revenue, building ecosystem internationally.
mm-hmm,
I am I am working on it on the background, that how it can work, that I can bring the result that I thought that it should be. Uh, it should be measured in the form of money, in the form of impact, and in the
mm-hmm,
form of that okay, that when everybody is observed, then you feel that okay, this difference uh, the leading woman of the world bring, or the leadership of Rabia from Pakistan bring.
mm-hmm.
So I am working on it, and I am pretty sure that I can achieve my target, and I have a plan of that on that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's important, because when you have, when you have clarity in your vision, your purpose, and you bring the right people, it is so much easier to, to continue, and to build something big, because you have not only the support, like you said, the faith, the support of God, re- and building on his intelligence and the unlimited possibility that he brings in your life, but also the diversity of your network is helping to for you to look out, for opportunity, creativity, innovation, to be able to build, this set ecosystem of unicorn, woman, and that's very important. So I mean I mean we are in a world where things are changing, dramatically all the time. It's difficult to plan. It's difficult uh, to even forecast something in a 6 month or even a year. So how do you deal with all the changes that are happening right now, and adapt it to your mission?
Firstly, I am positive about it. If there is any challenge and any something happen, I believe that I will believe that it is good, and it how I can create the opportunity through it, and how I can use of it. Because in COVID, you will see that there are a lot of persons who believe that now the world is stopped, the economic activity is stopped, and now we should stop our work because they feel inner um, um, what should I say? They feel inner. They lose hope innerly, and their sight, the inner sight, lose hope in hopes, and that's why they didn't see the opportunity out there. Although the opportunities was there were some people who are making, converting the platforms onto the Zoom, and you see that how social media and technology grow in that period, and people just come and join one another. The growth that we have seen within 2 3 years, it is never seen in the internet with the past years. Now people, because we are human, and we are very comfortable in our comfort zone. So I just read the researches that when this pandemic came, how people, it transformed their life, give them another perspective that okay, well, livelihood, making big goals, it is not important. Health and food is important. That pandemic changes the so every pandemic and everything that come to in our way, they just help us, to be more meaningful to our lives, to be more
And that's
meaningful our work.
And that's important to say, because sometimes it's just the way we look at things. And as you just said, a lot of people looked at the current situation with the pandemic as something, very negative, and where they felt really desperate, powerless. But at the same time, they could pivot and adapt to the situation. And
Yeah.
I see that here, Eva is here, she's watching, and she's mentioning it's about the mindset. And she also, saying that adaptability is crucial nowadays. Hey, Eva, thanks for tuning in and for, joining the conversation. And she's also talking about looking at our strength rather than our weaknesses, and that's an important thing. And since we're talking about women in male dominated environment in STEM, what I've witnessed, I mean, working most of my life with in male dominated environment, it's sometimes what's happening with women, they don't really play on their strength. They tend to try to
Mm,
follow what the men are doing, and really
mm,
just focusing on the men's strength. I know it's a setting where it's done for male, but what sometimes I realize is that some of the women actually don't uh, really play on their strengths. So what is your own experience, with that, and how do you think we can address that, so that we can have more women at the leadership level in those industry?
yeah, that was 2013 when I listened the speech of COO of Facebook. That is my
Mm-hmm.
Miss Shirley Burke, and then she was talking about that why women are not in the leading role, you know and then she shares the research and everything with us. But I feel that because women, as you told, that we are just playing and following what society tell us, okay, this is the way. this role that woman should be in, this is the thing that woman should do, and just we believe in that. And when we
Mm-hmm.
ask our own hearts that what is for me, and then believing our own dreams, and confident and being confident what we think on, believe in
Mm-hmm.
our opinions, observations, and as well as believe that something big happened to us. Can you measure that how the sun rises from the east and how it sets in the west? Can you measure that? Are you sure that when you sleep at the night and the next day you will awake? Are you sure
Mm-hmm.
that the next day after the night there is another rise in the rise in the morning you will see? So all the system, this is the magical mystic system. And if you see on your own self that how I see, how this system that my god that bring made me as a human with this skin, with giving me senses, and then this beautiful life. So this is all magical in this world. And
Mm-hmm.
because we just believe the systems, the society that is man-made, that's why we are limited, because we are
Mm-hmm.
depending on our intellect. Why we should do that? Even
Mm-hmm.
we even and when we are just depend on our logic or our mind or our intellect is just a tiny dot, while the creator's intelligence is everywhere. So when we just look ourselves as an example, our we set our past experiences are an example. It's good that we should learn from our past. It's good that we have some set of experience that help us to make us a better, but we should not just make it an a role model to us. We should look up an other way, because if you look at on your biological body, every 60 days the cells is not the cell that is the past cell. It is
Mm-hmm.
transforming. The world, if you are looking at the universe that you are looking at, it is not the same that today it is evolving. So if we just set the examples, um, and take the wisdom from this universe, from god, I think there is we can see the much bigger opportunities, rather just facing yeah, focusing on challenges, because this word will tell you that this is possible for you, this is not possible for you, this is right for you, this is not right for you. But when you see on the universe, where everything is very abundant and just supporting one another, and you are not paying a fee for it, for water, for this beautiful fresh air, you know for all the blessing that god have sent with you. And when he born you, he just made the built-in things in you.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
when you don't take that an example, that is an extraordinary thing, that is more than the human intellect. That is something bigger, a magical, a mystic things that just god can do. And when we are sent by him in this beautiful world, we should connect to them, and for the experiences, for the learnings from the bigger dreams. And when we ask bigger question to him, then he knows that what is better for us. He knows that what he planned for us. you know then we can make the right decision, rather we just look up. Maybe if this word is very evolving, and you can see and get the inspiration and motivation. Okay, that lady is doing such a great thing. Okay, I can learn and I can develop in myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I can get the inspiration. But the real superior spiritual thing, you can get this universe from. I am sitting here, there is a window outside my room, and the
Mm-hmm.
cool breeze is blowing. At that moment I can feel it. So I
Mm-hmm.
think this experience I'll never get by paying something, by giving some human that okay, you can do this for me. This is just a god universe, and this is just a god. And if we just connect with him, then I think our life will be easy. And because we have a content mind and heart. And for me, it's enough for me not to reach my goal, not to be there. The most important thing for me to realize that this is my dream, and there are a lot of men and women who just die an average life, and they don't realize that why God sent them. So I am so happy, even that I realize something, even I am going to asking God to something big, and this is very beautiful, and I'm so thankful to God that he gave me this life, then this realization to me that okay, there is something big for me, and it just fulfilled my heart. I am already fulfilled and happy with what my eyes saw for me. But and happy and blessed as well that okay, there are some people who just came and didn't check themselves, okay, why we are there, and what are the biggest bigger questions for ourselves, but we are very the answer is very long. Cut to short, I just want to say say to everybody, sorry. I just want to share with everybody that we should depend on the God wisdom rather on our own wisdom. Then we will have much more blessings in the form of money, in the form of strength, in the form of resources, in the form of power. And we don't know that how God provide us to these all things.
And that's, I love it. I love it when you say we should depend on God's wisdom, because sometimes we just have our own limited view of things. And we just, killing ourselves in a way, because it's so limited, and we think that we are at the end of the road, and we just live an average life, and we don't dream anymore. We don't, we just fit into a box that was, created for us. But yet God has, unlimited, but unlimited things that he can give us, and it's just a matter for us to just look to him. And again, it comes back to the mindset that Eva was talking about. And she's saying as well, our own understanding is so limited indeed, and we are more than we can even begin to understand. And that's really the power of being able to get, this greatness that God has put into us, and understand that it is unlimited, and we have unlimited potential. And if we tap into it, we can do great things. So we got to have another break, and we will be back for, to conclude
Okay.
the conversation. It is really, very powerful. And whoever is watching, or whoever is going to watch, I hope that you're taking notes, and you're really learning from this inspiring woman, Rabia, and all that she's sharing today. So don't go anywhere. We are going to be back pretty soon. So we are back. We are back with Rabia, and if you're just joining us, she is in Pakistan, and she has shared so many inspiring things. Very insightful conversation. And she's the CEO of the leading woman of the world, and she is, building. She's building the community, not only in her country, in Pakistan, but also building a global community that is going to empower all of us, and particularly women. and give us, the perspective that we can go big, and particularly in building, big businesses. And we're talking about, unicorn here. So before we leave the platform, and that's one question that I really like to ask my guests is, what is the legacy that you want to leave, Rabia, when you look at all the things that you've accomplished and everything that you have in mind, and the dream that you want to materialize? What is really the legacy that you want to leave to the world?
Legacy in the form of,
Legacy in the form of, what is your why, in a way, the why that you live for, and that's really giving you all the strength to continue to expand, to continue to build, to continue to go to the next level of your greatness.
yes. So I just want to leave that, when I want to die, I just want to ask to God, people, when people look up to my journey, they will see that there is a dreamer who dreams something big, believe in that and accomplish in her life. And she lived the whole life with the confidence and the high self-esteem that a woman should live. you know this is what I want to advocate for every girl, that she should live a life with a high self-esteem and respect herself and love their selves. And then the bigger future and the bigger possibilities come automatically. People love the authentic souls. People love the people who are they, their selves. And this is I want to, and we have all the resources in our own selves. If we just enlighten the light within, and then enlighten that light outward, then it brings the whole light in the universe. So I just want that when I die, um, my life will be a brightening high star. I
Mm-hmm.
just pray to God that I can tell you the in Urdu and then in English, like
Mm-hmm.
आई वॉन्ट दैट मैं सबसे जितने भी कायनात के बुलंद सितारे हैं उनमें सबसे
Mm-hmm.
बुलंद सितारा मैं हूँ. If you see or observe in the universe, like there is a moon, and with the moon there is two bright stars, and
Mm-hmm.
these are the bright stars that you can see from the earth as well, like and they are so high as well. So I there are a lot of stars, and from all the stars I will be the shining and more, higher stars. So this is like
Mm-hmm.
what I, and while living a such a normal, funny and easy life, people see at me, okay, there's nothing, I we see she's like us. But and if she can do what we can do, they can get that inspiration. But they should value themselves, they should love, and
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know and from the platform of the leading woman, this is my intention. With the intention I created it with a high self-esteem as well. And I believe that my network will bring lot of impact in the whole world. And I'll be on that if God gives me life, and if he is with me, and if it is his plan, he'll help me to get there. I am on my way, and I believe that I'll get that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I think you are on your way and well on your way. Thank you for this inspiration. And like, Eva is saying, it's beautiful, and it's just amazing, what you've been able to share with us. And I know that a lot of people are going to be inspired by this message, and are going to be, reaching out to you. But before they can do so, just let us know how, people can reach out to you.
Sure, they can reach out to me. Like I request you. I request you. I will make a short video because today the
Hello,
internet was not. Are you listening to
can you
me?
hear me, Rabia?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
How can people reach out to you? I think losing we're losing Rabia.
I'm here. Hello. Am I audible? Okay, let me use another way to send my message. Um, in the comment box. Okay. I don't know. My host is gone, and if you are listening to me, okay, she's came back.
Post is gone, which is crazy. So the
Yes.
internet have been playing so many tricks today. I think it's just telling us that it's time to go. So just wanted to know how people can reach out to you and continue this beautiful conversation that we started, because there's so many things that you've shared, and I'm pretty sure there's more wisdom that you can share. And
Oh,
if people want to connect with you and be part of this dream that you've just described in my platform today.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving such honor and platform to share what my heart says and share the insights here. So they can reach out. Thank you so much for putting my link. Like they can go to the Facebook and just type Rabia Nasir Mahmood there. They can find me easily. And they can Google me as well. And they can send message on my WhatsApp number. I request you that I will make a separate video with the video that you played in this transformation, and then I will record the video for you for your channel as well, that how they can reach to me. So for more conversations, if you allow me, that will be more fine.
Fantastic. So it has been an amazing conversation. Despite the internet, we've been able to finish the conversation. And I want to thank Eva. Thank you for tuning in and for participating. And for anybody in the audience, who's going to watch the replay, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to connect with Rabia, you can you can either go directly to her, or if in doubt, just connect with me and I will connect you to Rabia. You've heard about her dream, you heard about her philosophy and her faith, and I hope that you've enjoyed it just like I did. And it's just amazing and very profound, what she's shared. So I encourage you to
Thank you.
continue this conversation with her. And Rabia, I really thank you for your time and for gracing, the Greatness Engineering Hour, platform. And we'll keep in touch anyway. And I'm really blessed, to be able to be, connected to a person like you. And thank you again for
Thank you.
for your time.
Oh,
Okay, all right. So
thank you so much.
it's gotta be a bye bye to everybody, and I'll be back for another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour soon. So take care, everybody, and really go for your dreams, because that's the message today. For
Yes.
Rabia, go for your dream. You don't have anything to lose, and trust the intelligence of God, because that's what's going to guide you.
Yes.
So on this note, I'm just going to end the whole conversation, and we will be back for another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show next week.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.